I'm here today with fourth generation farmer James Swainson from Howen Farms in Cumbria. Today we're going to ask you a couple questions, James, just on the robot technology and how the farm runs in general. So, first of all, can you describe how your daily tasks have changed since the new technology was introduced?
Yeah, so the technology on the farm has changed certain aspects such as just daily routines and certain jobs they had to do with the cows. So, for example, when the old system, we were milking the cows through a parlour manually twice a day, and from 5 a.m. in the morning till 8 a.m, and then from 3 o'clock at night till 6 o'clock. And whereas now with the robots are running 24/7 milking the cows, and so there's less time needed either end of the day to switch off and start milking cows, and the robots are milking all day long. Such as the scrapers, we've got 2 automatic scrapers in this cow shed, and they work 24/7 as well, which means there's no manual tractor needed in order to scrape and keep the cows clean in the shed. Alongside, as you will see later on with the calf pens, the calves are on robotic feeders, which means there's no manual labour needed with them either for the daily routine. There's less manual labour needed to feed calves when they're running 24/7 through the night, and have a lot of data coming back on calves' feed efficiency and intake.
Excellent. So it's clear the time and efficiency has definitely decreased, and the efficiency has definitely increased. So specifically, have you noticed if tasks take less time to complete now with this new technology, specific tasks?
Yeah. So such as things as collecting cows, we used to have to wait until the end of the milking for the cows to come through, whereas now with collecting cows for such things as AI or checking if anything's lame or if anything needs a vaccinated or anything, the robots automatically shed them off from themselves into another room, so you can come down at any time of the day and the robot will just shed the cows off ready to go, rather than waiting for the end of the day milking.
Do you feel like you're able to get more done in a day compared to before?
In my opinion, absolutely. In beforehand, you'd have 2 people tied up in the parlour, just putting units on cows and milking cows, and with 1 person outside the parlour mucking out, whereas the job in the morning now can be done with 2 people, with 1 feeding up and 1 doing beds, as there's no 2 people tied up in the parlour. And especially in the afternoons, with normally before the robots are put in, everybody had to switch off what they were doing at 3 o'clock and come into the main cow shed to start milking, whereas now there's only 1 person required in the cow shed, so there's still more staff outside getting on with other jobs and being more productive.
Have you noticed any changes in the number of workers needed for certain tasks since this technology you've previously mentioned was implemented?
Yeah, absolutely. Before the robots were put in place, we had 4 full-time members of staff. This has been reduced to 3 full-time members of staff, as there's less people needed to be tied up in milking cows manually. And there's certain other things, such as the calf shed. It used to be a 2-person job in the morning, where somebody would have to knock off and go help feed cows at the end of milking, whereas that's reduced down to 1 now. And we can also do more with less staff, as the robots are doing the job of 2 full-time staff, let's say, which is really beneficial to the productivity and the efficiency of the farm.
So all of this robot technology is sure to be new to everyone around the place. So did you need any special training to operate the new technology, and how did you adapt to using the equipment?
Yeah, so the robots we put in were provided by Lely. And Lely came with a team when they first set off the robots and helped explain all the computer side of things and the manual maintenance of the robots to all our workers and ourselves. This took a couple of months for everybody to fully get wrapped around it and get the new system working efficiently. But at this stage, I think everybody is comfortable with how to use the robots and what goes wrong with them. And it's a big change from the manual system I used to have, but with everybody putting enough effort in, we have seemed to have managed it quite well.
Were there any challenges you specifically faced since the technology was introduced?
Yeah. So maintenance of the robots is a bit more hairy than what it used to be with the parlour. With the electricity with the robots. If the robots go down through power cuts, which I have had before, then it's a bigger task and a lot more of a threat to the cow's health, as since the robots are working 24/7, if they can't milk due to power cuts, then we don't have any other option, any other alternative to milk cows now the parlour's gone. So to get over that, we bought a brand new generator. So in the event of a power cut, we can now put a generator onto the back of a tractor and keep the electricity running, and the robots running, and the cows getting milked for the period of time that there's no electricity.
This was James Swainson. Thank you for your time, James, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Thank you very much.